Welcome back to my channel, Things Tina Does. Today we are continuing with our series of cooking through the My WW program cookbook. It's the Weight Watchers cookbook, and I just think of it as the WW. Anyway, also guys, today we are doing dessert. We're doing the Decadent Avocado Chocolate Cake, I believe is the title of it. And I know you don't want to miss that, and so please take a moment to make sure you're subscribed to the channel, guys, so that you can see all of these segments that we're doing and bringing you many, many fun things. So we're going to jump right into it. It is 5 points across the board, by the way, if you are doing the Weight Watchers program, that I know is useful to know. So we're going to get right into it. We're starting with our dry ingredients. And we have in there our all-purpose flour, our coconut sugar, our unsweetened cocoa powder. The recipe actually calls for just regular granulated white sugar. I am subbing coconut sugar, but we have looked that up, and that does not change the point value, okay? Nutritionally, it's a little better for you. You know I'm going to say that. And then our baking powder and our baking soda goes in, and our salt. And then let's get that whisked together. All right, now we're going to set that to the side so that we can work on our wet ingredients. The recipe actually calls for using a blender at this stage, but my avocado was so beautifully ripe that I am not going to need the blender to blend this all together. So into my bowl goes the avocado, and I do want a masher though, because we're going to mash that just a little bit to make sure it's really, really smooth. All right, next we're going to add our egg. And 1 cup of low-fat plain yogurt, and I'm actually using non-fat, and again we checked and it does not change the point, so either non-fat or low-fat plain yogurt, same diff. And in goes our vanilla. Yes, at this point in time I could probably use a spatula or my whisk over there, but I've already got this in here, so I figured what's the difference? I have to say, for a combo of avocado and yogurt, that smells pretty good. All right. Now our oven, perfect timing, is dinging, telling me that it is preheated and ready. I'm going to prep our pan with just a little bit of spray. Put our parchment paper down. Spray bottom and sides. Very good. Now, set that just there. Now we're going to combine all of our ingredients.
That looks like baby poop.
Lindsay, don't say things like that. We're making something yummy. All right, now we're taking our 3 ounces of melted chocolate, and this is the recipe calls for semi-sweet chocolate. I am using a sugar-free, 3 ounces of sugar-free chocolate. So it does have some sweetening to it, but again, we checked, and that is the same points, even though we're using sugar-free chocolate instead of semi-sweet chocolate. Get all that chocolate in there. And we just want to get that fully incorporated. We don't want to overbeat it, but we do want to make sure that it is well incorporated. There we go. for about 25 to 30 minutes, it says. So we're going to set our timer and check back on that in about 25 minutes. There we go. Okay guys, it has been exactly 25 minutes and I checked it with a toothpick and I think it's done. It is definitely more moist than a regular cake would be, but it's not gooey. You know, like you pull the toothpick out, it seems done. So, 25 minutes. Now, the directions say cool in the pan for 10, then you take it out of the pan, but you cool it on its bottom. So instead of turning it out onto the cooling rack and leaving it on its top, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it out onto a plate and then turn it back onto the cooling rack so that that top, which is really pretty, stays intact and we don't mess it up. All right, so 10 minutes, then we come back. Okay guys, our avocado cake. That's funny saying that, isn't it? Because it doesn't look like an avocado cake. It is done. I did let it cool the 10 minutes and then I flipped it on a plate and flipped it back over on the cooling rack. So we're done with that. All right, now it has cooled down and we are going to finish this off. The recipe calls for a teaspoon of confectioner sugar and just sift it over the top, like sieved over the top. I'm using the Swerve confectioner style. And we're going to finish with, we'll try and do like the recipe showed. We'll try and do a little bit. A little bit. There we go. Pretty, pretty, right? Okay guys, so slicing this is supposed to be 16 servings, so I did my best to try and gauge one serving. And it's how many points, Linz? Shoot.
5?
I think it is 5. Pretty sure that's right.
Pretty sure it's 5.
Okay. Also, I was wondering how this would come out. The recipe said Decadent avocado chocolate cake. And so I'm expecting some decadence. It is very fudgy and almost, you guys, this just the cut through on this reminds me of like a flourless chocolate cake, which those I love. Mm. Mm. Wow, that's good. And it does, it really, I'm trying to find the best way to describe this to you guys. It's almost like eating a pudding in a cake. Like if you were to take a pudding and a cake and they had a baby, this would be it. It's got a beautiful, the thinnest little crust on the top, thin, and the inside, the texture is so moist, and like I said, it's like pudding-like. So, yet it's light and you don't feel like, oh, this is so rich, I'm only going to be able to eat half of this. Nope, I can chow this whole thing down right now. Once again, guys, that came from the My WW program cookbook for Weight Watchers. And you guys, make sure you're subscribed again if you haven't already so that you can see all of our fun segments that we're doing on this. And I think this is going to be one of those recipes that the family will all enjoy and they won't really care that it's Weight Watchers, and those that aren't on the plan won't know it. Ha! That's always good, right? Fool everyone, tell no one. Just kidding. Not really. But you know what? We'll see you guys next time on Things Tina Does.